This person on the screen go by the name of Nikita Dragun. I heard about Nikita Dragun from the spiel about how they went to how she hired a guy to be her boyfriend. Then I was on my phone checking it, and then this pops. There's like maybe just a month. It was just a month ago, beginning of August. I'm checking my phone the other day, and I see this in the news on Yahoo. This is what I saw on Yahoo the other day on Yahoo News. YouTuber defends herself over cultural appropriation accusation over braids. Uh, those are box braids created by black women. That's actually, it's part not just a hairstyle. A lot of our hairstyle means something from spirituality to a leader to somebody coming to adulthood or what status you have in society in Africa. Those are our cultural hair traditions. And stroll down, a woman has been accused of cultural appropriation after sporting box braids at a New York Fashion Weekend. Nikita Dragun is an American YouTuber, makeup artist, and a model who boasts 20.5 million subscribers on her channel. Probably paid for it. The 23-year-old trans has come out as a transgender to her followers in 2015 and has been pictures set in the front row of the Vivian Vivian, I think she's Vietnamese, at her spring 2020 show. Look at, however, she has a new hairstyle, a box braid wig. No, I'm not going to finish reading this article because I know this article just going to defend her. I'll leave a link in the description below because this is what non-blacks do anyway. This name does sound familiar to you about Nikita Dragun. So this is the person who paid a model to be her boyfriend. Now Nikita Dragun is a culturally appropriating box braids. When these people get washed up and had nothing to do, they run to the black community, to black people, want to do our hairstyle, our culture, hang with us. This is what they do. And like I can tell, cultural appropriation is said right here is a term described to take over a culture or artistic form, themes, or practice by one cultural group from another, and generally using to describe Western appropriation of non-whites or non-white forms and carry connections or experience. And let's look at this. Why the heck do you want to wear a box braids? It makes no sense. Pope Catherine says she was inspired to wear the wig because she finds the look to be beautiful and wanted to show appreciation for all gorgeous black women in my life. Yet Instagram users are unconvinced by Dragun's long capture admitting it justifying her braids, accusing her of cultural appropriation in the comment section below the post. How is wearing a wig showing awareness to a problem? This is still cultural appropriation, whether you are trying to make a difference or not. One person wrote. Another comment including, it's still cultural appropriation, and cultural appropriation at its finest. Somehow seem to accept Nikita reason. One person wrote, Thank you, credit is all we want. Well, another added, why if it's everyone so mad she is appropriating their culture, and since when did hairstyle determine a race? Dragun has since defended her. Oh my! Why do they write this crap like that? Nikita since defended herself in a non-experienced Instagram story reported by the BBC. This is a protected hairstyle. This is a protected hairstyle used to protect the hair, she wrote. I would never want to offend anybody. Being part Native American, we also have braids and suffer like that. She added, but the response has not provide satisfaction for some, with yet another backlash emerging this time. Nikita justify wearing box. Nikita justify wearing braids because she is part Native American. Damn near threw my back out. Bitch, what the bitch WTF? And you can't raise awareness for the discrimination that black women face in this country. For their natural hair, simple fact you're not black. Nikita Dragun really tried to defend her choice to wear a box braids by saying that she is part Native American and they wear braids. She's so sick. Dragun is by means the first to be accused of cultural appropriation after sporting a certain hairstyle. Okay, so she's part Native American, right? Oh my god, man. Now if we go to this person right here who is Sarah Vitson. Okay, look, this is her wearing a Native American hairdress. This is her. Okay, look at this. All of you got mad over her wearing a hairdress. She's fine, no doubt, but I'm Native American. OG, I can't pronounce that one. Not finna try. And wearing that hairdress is mad disrespectful. Wow. So, but why? This isn't a Hawaiian thing, though. This is an indigenous thing. The Native American group, and this is disrespectful to our people. I guess you mean to our people. How the fuck is he? I don't know what that person's trying to say. You're fine as hell, but I'm in a branch form of the, and you're supposed to earn those feathers and headdress. See what I mean? When it's Native Americans, it's all names I can't pronounce, and they all saying this is disrespectful. You know, just a hairdress. They want you to earn that, right? Again, that is a questionable only in the United States. Native Americans of the rest of the world do not even think about that. In Mexico, I was put on a similar headdress by a Native American in Tantokalita. In Thailand, I was granted with traditional Thai clothing when I visit some temple. That's probably just ceremonial purposes only. So you go to the temple, they do dress you in certain garments because you're supposed to wear those in the temple because you're not supposed to go in the temple in a certain way. This person make no sense. Dubai natives invited me to put on a national clothing and headdress. I'm not that's person's all over the place. That makes no sense. You need something that's more narrow. Disrespectful. Doesn't matter if you're a Reba, Chickawa, Apache. All indigenous people know that hairdressing is a sacred piece of tradition, not a goddamn fashion statement. Oh, but see, I'm finna show you. Okay, now remember, she made in this post that she's Native American. So now, yeah, remember she's being part Native American. So she put right here, being part Native American. Native Americans do not wear the same braids as black people, nor do our braids mean the same thing in the culture. Native Americans do not have box braids. It's her Instagram page, and look, she posted a new page. Let's look at this. This is long behind post that she wrote about, all the gorgeous black women in my life. But I'm gonna show you on her YouTube page, she has no black people on her YouTube page, nor does she talk about black people issues on her YouTube page. I mean, on her YouTube channel, she has no black people on there, and she has Jane Charles, somebody who been out as a racist toward black people, and And you look at, there's no black people on her. She do not speak for black people. Have never been no posts about black people on her thing. Never. Look at this. I was inspired to wear a Boxberry a wig. A wig. Something that black men tell black women they should never wear is a wig. Why are you wearing a wig? Bottom line, blackface. Because I find it so beautiful too. Often there is a double standard when another person takes inspiration from black culture. Something is a new trend, or is it renaming it to be something else? Hearing stories of black women being sent home from school or work because of their braids is beyond disheartening. I will always use my platform to spread awareness and equality for all people, especially for women. And there's one, and that's on period love. What? That makes no sense. Not you. Thank you. Here come through see cancel comments. Girl, we love you. See, I mean, why do black women do that? Black women are always trying to cheer on these non-black women. Thank you. Credit is all we want. You don't speak for yourself. Everyone's so hung up on the credit part, even though that's, they're just a fraction of the actual issue. Thank you. Okay, this person is brain dead. Come on, people. Cultural appropriation does not exist. In Mexico, I'm Mexican, and I do not get offended when people celebrate Cinco de Mayo. That's a holiday. That's not cultural appropriation. That's not even remote. And drinking tequila, eating tacos, and wearing sombrero. Once again, not the same thing. Taco is a food. Tequila is a drink. And while I'm saying Mexico is all you can drink, because a lot of the water is not clean in certain parts. And tequila, like I said, that's an alcohol. You make money off of it. It's a product. So it's taco. Sombrero, you wear it to keep the sun off your head. I actually think this is great. To me, this behavior is not offensive, nor do I see it as of appropriation, but cultural appropriation, people love that about my culture, so why not share it with the world and enjoy it? If people think braids and Paco are beautiful and want to emulate that, then let them. It's a form of compliment. I think it's a good thing when people find beautiful things about different cultures to the point where they want to be paid homage and emulate that. Hairstyle, culture, fashion, etc. Nothing wrong with that. The problem is that people nowadays get offended by everything. First of all, no. First of all, y'all don't understand the history behind black people. Black people hair was shaved and cut during slavery. And even during slavery, black people hairstyle have been outlawed where black people can't wear it, but non-blacks can wear it. And like I said, a sombrero, that's a hat. A sombrero is not even sacred. And Mexicans are mostly Mexican, but mestizos, you mix between Spanish and Native American. Y'all culture was blended together. So y'all culture is something you have. Black people culture have never been blended in there. And this is your opinion. Your opinion as a Mexican does not count to black culture. And emulating somebody's culture is not flattering. So when Asian people and Native Americans see it, they get offended. And she talking about something that's not even sacred. Like I said, sombreros, tacos, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is the day the Spaniards defeated the French. Not Mexican. Spaniards. That's well documented. It just become a Spanish holiday because everybody down there speaks Spanish. So she just admitted being a Spaniard. The word Mexican is indigenous to Mexico because it actually was a tribe of people. But y'all would blend together. I find offending when somebody emulates you. That's disrespectful. Advocate now that you want to wear it. You should speak about it before the fact, not just to get a pass. Thank you. See what the advocate. Don't become the advocate now. Don't become the advocate now. Don't become the advocate now that you Don't become an advocate now that you want to wear it. You should have spoke about it before the fact, not just to get a pass. And that's all. Thank you. That's all she's doing. She is speaking about this just to get a pass. She did advocate and educate herself, though. She even asked on Twitter where the line is. Everyone told that all they want is for her to give credit on the original. That makes no sense. Give credit. That makes no sense. And look at this bisexual dragon. Well, like I said, LGBT community. They don't like black people. Let's see what this Twitter thing. Let's see what this is. And I guarantee you, everybody who spoke about this is no expert on black people hair. What the hell is this? What? In the past, I have been ripped apart for wearing my wig in twists and what's look very similar to dreads. I guess I'm trying to understand the line between hairstyle and culture. What's considered offensive or just another hairstyle? 2019 is the year filled with sensitive people. Wearing actual locks as a non-black person is offensive. None of these looks like locks. They don't, but look tacky as hell. A person of color, I would find this offensive anyway. You have the right to express yourself anyway. We black culture feel like we own everything, and how can we fight for equality if we're not willing to let other people use what we create? That makes no sense. You got a lot of people who just want to be part of a group of people who makes no sense. That's what this is about. This is so beautiful. I would love to know everyone's culture more. They are all beautiful. Look, there's not many black people expressing. Most of these people are white. I'm confused as to why the non-black people are acting like their opinion would matter on this issue. Either way, you're not trying to make it something that you would create, and you are acknowledging that there is a cultural significance of it. That's all we ask. All up. No, what the hell is with you? See what I mean about black people? They just want somebody to love them. What the hell? I personally don't think that wearing a hairstyle is appropriate in anything. Black women used to get same hate for wearing blonde wig because people thought that we were trying to be white or did not appreciate their own hair. Lastly, concerned race does not own any hair. Yes, it will. Tell Native American they don't own no hairdress. Well, her untrue, queen, untrue. If we know our history, we also know that black women in the West adopted certain styles in order to serve in a racial hostile context. Generations of abuse, degradation, and trauma informed these choices for African people here. It is not just a matter of fashion. Thank you. Somebody with some sense. Well said. However, I think we're just having to agree to disagree on this. I think that people should feel free to wear and dress how they want as long as they are not hurting or offending anyone. That's all okay. That is offensive. And when people say let's agree to disagree, that's a cop-out because they don't have nothing. See that not all this stuff is by non-black people. Thank you. But people call it appropriation because she praises for it while folks can't even get a job at Six Flags because of their dreads or extreme. Speaking for myself, it looks good on her and I agree that she should wear it as long as she constantly aware of where it's coming from. See, this is what I mean about black people. Why the hell y'all doing this stuff? I know that's why I said, but people call it. And look, this trick is unusable. Why? It's a traditional black hairstyle and you're not black. Don't wear it. It's that simple. I'm not trying to argue with anyone in this replies, or I'll give you a full rundown on why, but that's the general rule. Somewhere you would wear a turban or a shar, Thank you. The fact that a lot of POC cannot wear natural protecting hairstyle to school, work, etc., and get ridiculed and sent home over the firing from their job because it seemed to me unprofessional. But when white people do it, or people like it, or people like her, it's cute and trend setting. Thank you. Some people see, like I said, but but mostly these are a lot of black women who cheering her on. But you just saw a lot of people, even white people, that don't agree with her. I'm not going to read no more of them irritating comments, but you just see it for yourself. I love you, but if you ain't, but this ain't it. Seems to me that you want that whole message just to. Sis, I love you, but this ain't it. It seemed to me that you wrote that whole message just to not be called out. Sis, I love you, but it seems to me, sis, I love you, but this ain't it. It seems to me that you wrote this whole message just to not be called out. But some of these people are right sometimes. Yep, to be, yeah, it need to be spoken about. See, that's it. And she goes again and put this on her. Look, are you so beautiful, Nikki? And I love you, love your lots, but it is not the hairstyle cultural. You're so beautiful, Nikki, and I love you, and I love all your looks. But let's see. You are so beautiful, Nikki, and I love all your looks. But this is not this hairstyle cultural. You're so beautiful, Nikki, and I love all your. You're so beautiful, Nikki, and I love all your looks. But is not this hairstyle cultural? See, some of these are white people even addressing it. That's crazy. There is nothing on Nikita Dragun that says she cares about black women issues or their hair. Look, this is her page. This is her YouTube page. When you scroll down her YouTube page, there's nothing talking about black people issues or black women issues in general. Nothing about their hair, nothing about them getting kicked out of school. Let's go. See, look, this is from the beginning. Nothing. It's all makeup and nonsense on his page because he is a man that transition into a woman. He's a transgender. And you go up, just scroll up, there's nothing there. And these are his parents. See, our daughter is transgender. Look at father's Mexican, mother's Vietnamese. That's it. Scroll up his page. And look at Jane Charles is her brother, I think. Don't really know too much about this transgender at all, period. Except for everybody that he pretty much hang around has said racist things about black people. And you just scroll up, that's it. There's nothing on our YouTube page about black people. Period. Don't care about black people issues. That whole thing about her saying that, I'm doing this to bring awareness to black people. The black women issues, they get kicked out of school and fired from their job for wearing their hair like this. No, you're not bringing no awareness to any of these issues. Only black women can bring, only black men and black women and black people as a whole can bring awareness to our issues. And even black women issues. I can bring awareness to a black woman issue since I'm a black man and I let black women braid my hair and I know how it is because black men get fired for wearing their hair braided, dread, or whatever. I can bring issues, and I do. I ain't talk about this on my Twitter channel. On my Twitter, I tweet this a lot. And on top of that, you go check it for yourself. I can just bring it up for you. But this person I can bring it up for you. This person right here does not care about our issues. She's using it as a scapegoat. Black women don't fall for it. And like I said before too, you go to her YouTube page, there's nothing saying anything about her speaking for black women and period love and all the other nonsense. You know what? Let's go to her during Twitter page. I guarantee you, his Twitter page. There's nothing about black people on his page. You say trans women can't sell fantasy, so here I am as a trans woman selling the fantasy. So, oh, but where's the love for the black women at? No, you posting hairstyles about black women, but where's the love? You post stuff about transgender women, but where's the love for the black women? Y'all show me where you see any love for black women and their hairstyle. Oh, retweet this, right? Let's go back when this post was made about her hairstyle. 3 days ago, right? So that was 3 days ago. But when this article came out, September the 9th, so that means that article, remember, the article get printed in a day or so. They got right. So this means that she was gearing up. She retweeted this back on September the 3rd, and the article came out September the 9th. So that means she was gearing up to take a black woman's hairstyle to use it. That's the only thing you see on here about black women is this. So that means she was planning on doing this from the jump, trying to imitate her. First, you're the man who became a woman. Now you're going to become a black woman. I don't see. That's the only thing I see on there about black woman there. She said black women in her life. Like I just showed you on her YouTube channel. There's no black women on her YouTube channel. And she got Jane Charles, who's been out as a racist. This is a transgender man, looks like. Not the same thing as a black woman. Transgender men do not go to the same thing as black women do. They go to transgender stuff. They go to LGTB stuff, you know. That's their things they go through. But she don't have nothing about black women on her. No, okay. See, now if you go to my, okay, now I'm going to my Twitter. This is my Twitter page. See, myself, I post about black women and their problem. I post about a lot of stuff. With African culture, that's September the 1st. Yeah, comic book. This guy right here is a comic book artist. This is a black comic book artist with other artists. You know, that's his comic book. A black artist right here. I support. Look, that's August the 2nd. That's August 22nd. I'm posting about, you know, well, he's a Haitian comic book artist and he's doing stuff adding on Haitian culture in America and New Orleans and how, you know, Crescent City Monsters. He's doing that. I post stuff about him. Look at August 11th. Look, more black issues. Look at it. You know, this is what happened. This is about Asian people who culture appropriate African American culture, who do racism, who try to make hip hop as an Asian thing. Time they paying homage. They're not paying homage. That's the same thing that Nikita Dragun doing because he is also Asian Native American, and they're always both trying to take black people culture. They both trying to take my people culture, and it's getting to be annoying. Asian hip hop does not pay homage to hip hop at all. It's a mockery and it's blackface minstrel. Just for y'all to know. Look at there goes, you know, Logan Brown. What did August the 10th? Look at this Logan Brown again doing the nighttime girl reading. Her again. Look at that. No, supporting the show. Look at that. And look at this. See. Look at it. July 27th. I was already supporting black women about their hair, their culture, everything. Their Afro texture hair. Natural. Beautiful. Look at black women rocking their natural Afro textural hair in the fullest. Black women embrace your natural hair. Real black men love black women with their natural hair. This is from July 27th. That's pretty much on my Twitter page. Is a lot of black women meet my artwork, my personal call for African culture. black group economics, so only the other black people. Now, this is the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Yes, I do got some Marvel stuff on here, video games, and well, that's not Marvel, that's for video games, comic book stuff. And I also got this on there too, pinned on here. Rap is a genre of poetry in African American literature, and it's about African Americans living in America and their struggles in life. See, look, Mother of the Dragons. See, he don't have that on his page. He ain't about black people. He's full of it. This is what else I also found this. Everything wrong with Nikita Dragun.
What?
Can I just put my own body count?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
No.
Her fucking body count's gonna be as close as your fucking income, bitch.
Don't want to play it because YouTube and whatever might happen, but I find this kind of disturbing. This is from an Asian person who wrote this. Nikita 2012, racist. Nikita 2019, oh my god, I want to be black. I guess in the video she said something about being black or having a tan, whatever. Because in Asian culture, if you have a dark tan, you're trying to be black. Let's look. Here's a look. Former classmate said Nikita Dragun is lying. There's so much stuff I keep hearing about her. She's lying. She is playing, y'all. Look right here. Nikita Dragun, ex-boyfriend reveals I was trapped. This is the first time I even heard about Nikita Dragun. It's from this video. And I'm telling y'all, every time you put a video about her, there's something lying. See?
Before I get into the beauty YouTuber Nikita Dragun got exposed by her ex-boyfriend Michael Yerger.
See, y'all go ahead and watch this for yourself. Y'all go and read these articles and watch this stuff for yourself. This is a non-black youth, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this. I don't know what awareness he was bringing, but she didn't bring no awareness, or he didn't bring no awareness. Black women get fired from the job for wearing traditional African braids. Black women get made fun of by black men for wearing wigs, and this idiot put on a box braid wig, which means she went to a black woman for this. So you're wearing a box braid wig, which is so disrespectful on top of that. These non-black women use these statements all the time when they get caught culture. These non-black women use this statement every time they get caught accused of cultural appropriation. There's so many beautiful black women in my life. Oh, black women are so beautiful. Then let black women be black women, and you be a transgender woman. I mean, there are transgender issues you could talk about. Bring awareness to that. And what I don't get is that this person said Beyonce. And this person pretend like they know celebrities, and you ain't never probably met none of these celebrities at all in your life. This is what happens when feminists come to the communities. Black women, stop with this feminist stuff and stop with these women issues. Because your issue is not the same thing as all these other women. If black women issues are so important to her, to Nikita Dragun, then where would Nikita Dragun was saying Blaine was killed? What about that sister who was killed by that racist guy on the subway? Nothing. Nikita Dragun, the same person who paid a man to be her boyfriend, and everybody out for it. She speaks with a forked tongue. And people like her, they're all about speaking with a forked tongue. She can't be trusted. I showed you so many videos of classmates, everybody calling her a liar. She can't be trusted with her words. And I find it hypocritical when, okay, what about this? The Asians people, all Japanese, they got mad over Kim Kardashian for trademarking the word kimono as her fashion brand. that's just a piece of clothing, but oh, this is probably just a hairstyle. Then on the other hand, when something happens to the Asian people, they get bent out of shape. I don't get that. Oh, here he is right here. Kim Kimoto. Now I'm bringing this up. Because we can compare apples to apples. Not apples to orange, but apples to apples. Kim Kardashian disses Kimoto and will relaunch her shapewear line with a new name. Because they did not want her to use the word kimono, a trademark, because from Japanese clothing. This is African American hair. This is a traditional African hairstyle. All our hairstyles are traditional African hairstyle with me behind, because African is a mix of different African groups. 10 of them we know the name of them. The other ones, because there were at least like 45 tribes that was brought over here, and I do know it's like name of 15 of them that we know exactly. Well, why is this just a piece of clothing that you wear? Okay, a piece of clothing that you wear, and it's a hairstyle means, so they both got meanings to it. And you got traditional Native American headdress that people find to be disrespectful. Then when it comes to us, it's like, well, you guys need to stop complaining. You get whining. Now I'm gonna make another statement too. Like I said, this is crazy. This is a typical thing that you see cultural appropriators say. I have black friends. I dated somebody black before. I love black people. I love hip hop. Those are statements that racists and cultural appropriators say all the time. This sounds like an old racist from like the early 90s or 80s or wherever. I just told y'all. These people are hypocrites when it comes to black people. I just told you. Asian, Native American. But when it comes to us, it's something we find sacred, we can't. They find hairdress sacred. Look at this. Hairdress, sacred. Piece of clothing, sacred. Hairstyles by black people. Hairdressers by Native Americans, sacred. Clothing by Japanese or any other Asian group, sacred. Anything about black people, it's a free-for-all. You can't have nothing sacred. You know, and black people need to stop with defending and learn your history. That's why you have people like Professor Black, Jason Black, Sean Jane. That's why they speak out about this. You also have Paris Milan, the radical sister homegirl. You know what? I'm going to put down a link below in the description for all black women to go to these black YouTube channels or black women who will speak out for you. And y'all are disrespecting their cause. You got so many black women who speak out for y'all. And I just named 2 of them. The Black Femininity channel, she speak out about a lot of black issues. There's a lot of black women. Radical Sister Homegirl, Paris Milan, the Black Femininity channel. These are run by black women. They speak out for issues. Those 3 at the top that I know, I watch them all the time. Their videos are amazing. And she don't have no right to speak for. She is Mexican Vietnamese and she's part of the LGBT community. They have issues of their own. She can speak about. She bring on awareness to theirs. And she don't have nothing on her Twitter or Instagram page talking about black people. I'll show you what I got on my Twitter. She don't have nothing she tweeted. You know what? Black people need to get themselves together. I'm done with the video. You know what? Y'all can let me know what you think in the comment section down below. You can like the video, dislike it, but you can like the video. Hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for you know when new videos are being uploaded. And also hit that like button.